Oh, woo! Yeah, we're having a hoot here in Port Coquitlam. We are going to talk gardening, but we're also here at Art Nap Funland with this guy, Wim Vander Zalm, coming up next on BT. Stay with us. You're watching BT on this Friday morning. Woo! Woo! Literally in Funland. Okay, let's see how this goes. Woo! Gosh. Well, that was fun. Wim?
Well done.
All right, yeah, we're here at Art Nap. Who knew we could have like so much fun here at a gardening center for kids of all ages?
Absolutely. The garden center turned into a theme park.
So what do you got going on here?
Lots of rides and activities for kids, lots of free stuff, some exciting sort of, if you're adventurous, haunted tunnel, very scary, exciting stuff like that.
Perfect. Well, a lot of people know you, of course, for your gardening center and the gardening tips as well. So what do you have for us here today?
This is a display of sort of some indoor items. So it's something that we are going to look at for inside our homes, because there's not actually much that we can bring inside our home that actually looks fallish. So put together here just a little display of unique fall items. Well, orchids are obviously year-round, but some the cabbage is always very popular. Some of these things for indoors will last about a month. We put these together so that you could, if you have sort of a function of some sort, this brings the fall look into your home. I like including something funky like an eggplant. You can sort of insert as sort of a unique little fall flair. And again, I've gone with this purple theme, but you can even, as simple as throwing in a pumpkin for a splash of color.
And wouldn't that be nice as we get ready for Thanksgiving? And Funland, of course, we're having lots of fun here as well throughout the morning, but there is a charity component. People today only can bring non-perishable items, right? Two items. And
yes.
What happens with that?
They can get any ride for the admission of two non-perishable items.
Fantastic. That sounds like just even one reason to make your way here. The other reason, of course, this fantastic guy, all their great gardening tips and supplies here. And of course, a few rides there, Jody, throughout the morning on BT. More details, you can go to their website.
That looks like fun stuff.
Exactly, the place where you go for gardening, but you can see in the background there's a carousel. I was just on the zip line. That was really fun, Wim.
Great job on that.
We're making gardening fun as well, as it always is with you, and we're planting bulbs.
Yes.
Okay.
It is bulb planting time right now through the end of November for sure, okay? And we can plant them in planters or they can go right outside in the garden. We're doing some in planters right now.
All right.
And what we're gonna do is you're gonna do a little different thing with yours.
Okay.
Is you're gonna plant them in little clusters.
All right.
Where I'm gonna be doing some layering.
All
so
right.
they're gonna be coming through all together, but you're gonna have more like sort of a vase shape of flowers coming up out of the pots.
So these are the big bulbs, and where should I put those?
Well, the bigger the bulb is going to be, the deeper they need to go. So you're planting them basically about 2 to 3 times their height.
Okay, so
if it's
like
an inch,
that.
If it's an inch high, you plant it about 2 inches tall.
About like that.
No, that's actually really incorrect.
Oh, look, this is good. This is an education. I just plop them in there.
So yeah, the biggest question I get is how do I plant it?
Okay.
Point up always.
All right, point up.
Always point up. And then we're going to be putting these you're doing a selection of both daffodils and tulips.
All right.
Which are going to come up in a cluster and look like a nice, great big bouquet coming out of this planter. And then the smaller ones we're going to have a little higher up. You're planting a Scilla there, which is a nice blue early bloomer. All these bulbs you plant now, and then what happens is they will actually, over a period of a month to 2 months to 3 months, come up starting in January, February, and right through till the end of May. So depending on the variety.
So I'll let you keep working there. Is there any kind of mistake people can make as far as how they arrange them, as far as color scheme or anything like that?
No, the nice thing about all flowers is they really don't clash. You never wear pink and orange together. But even if you had pink tulips with pink. Other pink tulip or whatever,
it all works.
Or orange color, orange and pink together. Yeah, it still all works.
It all works. And you would never imagine that rides go well with gardening, but Thor back at the station, it does. And by the way, Funland goes on until the 3rd of November, but for today only, you can bring 2 non-perishable items, and that goes to juvenile diabetes research, correct?
That is to share. That is to share family services.
Fantastic.
Excellent.
More details on their website there, Thor. And we'll talk about what Funland is all about and how it's helping 2 important charities. But first of all, we got to do a little gardening now. Wim, we've got our bulbs in here that we worked on in the last segment.
Yeah, we planted the bulbs there, and they're ready to go. They'll be blooming up, coming up in about 2 or 3 months and starting to bloom in early spring.
And now what do we have here?
What we have is, obviously this is not a really attractive looking planter without anything in it. So we're gonna plant some plants right on top of it. Now those are pansies.
Okay.
And you're just gonna plant those, space them around. And I have a perennial perennial pack of some perennials that actually live year-round, and we'll give some life in this planter year-round, right through the winter. And we're just going to plant it right on top of everything that's already there.
Am I doing this right here?
No, you have to rip them apart.
Oh gosh, okay, rip them apart.
So
I love it. Both times he's like, actually, you're messing this up, John.
You know what? Fail is, I think, what you normally say. You're going to just take and sort of space them around, pack them in like that.
All right, I'll keep working on this as well. And this looks like it's going to end up being a beautiful container that we have here. And these are all sunny flowers mostly, right?
Yeah, most perennials, particularly anything that blooms, for the most part, prefer sun. This perennial one is kind of unique in that all these are a combination of some fragrant herbs right down to some unique perennials that'll bloom next year.
They are beautiful. Okay, let's talk about the combo pack you have going on here. You got plants, you got gardening, and you got rides. Tell us a bit about Funland and the charities you're supporting.
Funland we started a few years ago just to get some life in a garden center at a slower time of year. But it evolved into something that is actually quite unique in that there's not much for families to do at this time of year. So we thought, well, let's liven up October. And so through the month of October, we have this fall festival theme park with rides and attractions, and the bonus is that we raise money for charities too.
Fantastic. So juvenile diabetes is the main charity that you're doing. But for today, bring 2 non-perishable items. And you know what? Bring more than that. Why not? Bring what you got, whatever you can. And that will benefit Share.
Share Society for sure, yeah. And they obviously are in great need of that too.
Fantastic. More details, of course, Jody. People can go to the information on the screen and on the website. And Wim, I'm sorry, I have totally...
You failed.
I failed, Jody. I failed, Wim.
Keep working on it, sister. Keep working on it. Those pansies last throughout the winter here. It's pretty amazing. Make that.
Yeah, with Funland, and we're having fun gardening as well with some great options for outside your front door, Wim.
Yeah, it's nice to sort of make your your outside of your front door look quite fall and autumn-like anyway. And with using some colors of fall from something like a blueberry. Now, this is just a blueberry plant, right? But the color from a blueberry is spectacular in fall, and then actually through the winter too, as the twigs go quite red. So it's quite beautiful. Or peppers. You can throw in some of these peppers just for, again, a little spot color as they change color. I like adding a grass. This is a sedge, and it's sort of a nice way to sort of accent the side of the pot as it trails over the side. So there's lots of different things you can throw in your fall planter, including something like the fall cabbage and kale. They become more sort of vibrant in color as sort of the temperatures start to drop. So beautiful for some color outside your front door. If you put all this together, then you can end up with something like this, which is a great fall and Thanksgiving attraction outside your front door, with some reeds, to throw in some reed stakes, or even these little pepper sprigs, which are very cool.
I love
it. It's just a sprig of pepper, and then you just throw it into the planter as an accent, or get a skewer from inside the house and skewer this, and then have it even sort of as an accent.
I love it. Some great ideas, of course, from Art Nap, where you can also take in Funland. On normal days, people can buy tickets. There's lots for free, by the way, too, but people can buy tickets. Normally, the proceeds go to juvenile diabetes, Jody, but for today, if people bring some non-perishable items, they get to ride.
Ride for free.
Ride for free. More details on the website. Thanks so much, Wim, for having us. Lots of fun here at Art Nap.